I got to bring this story up. And it's concerning Alec and Hilaria Baldwin. They just had their 7th kid, speaking about kids. And this time, from our peoples at BuzzFeed, their title, just had their 7th kid, and I think they need to lie down over the name. So they have welcomed their 7th child together. They show a picture of the child on Instagram, cute little booger, and the commentary on there says, "She's here. We're so excited to introduce you to our tiny dream come true." So their 7 kids are under the age of 10. Both she and I are happy and healthy. She continued. Her Baldwinito siblings are spending the day bonding and welcoming her into the new home. Quick note, the baby's name, Hilaria Catalina Irena. You may remember that Hilaria's notable scandal where she was accused of pretending to be Spanish when actually she's a woman named Hillary from Boston. So Hillary's mom's name is Catherine and her grandmother's name was Irene. So it appears that baby number 7 is named after the Spanish versions of Hillary's family names. To a certain degree, this tracks the gender reveal social media post included the lines like, "Move freely in your cultures, no one can define your cultures, and labels are lazy." So, once again, the little booger's name, the little baby's name, is Hilaria Catalina Irena. Now, I feel some kind of way about that. Now, for me, being biracial, I have the flexibility of changing my name if I want to. I could say Peter, government name. I can say Pedro, government name. I can do what I need to do. But in her case, I'm looking at this, Cortez. I think that this is more for show, which is pretty insulting. Or am I looking at this totally wrong?
I gotta disagree with you on that, man. Because I met a white student named Shaniqua, man.
What?
Yeah, and it
Really?
didn't offend me at all. It did not offend me. But it was a white student named Shaniqua, man. I'm like, man, times have changed. Because I notice a lot of my students now are going for black names, man. So
Okay.
I guess this is, I can see if she was making money off of it, but she's not, because that was the name her parents gave her. In this situation, are they trying to make money off? I guess the question is, are they trying to make money off this child's name?
I don't know. I mean, from what it's saying, it's the supposed quote unquote Spanish versions of Eurocentric names combined together as one. That's why I'm kind of like, it's kind of, I don't know. And maybe I'm looking at this through the wrong lens. Marsha, am I wrong for this?
I mean, people are going to do what they want to do, and you have to give them in the where we live at now, and the times we live at. It's so ambiguous. You have to just let it go. I do feel what you're saying, but it is what it is at this point.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know.
Because I mean, with my name, my middle name is Cortez, man. I don't have any Latin heritage whatsoever. My mom just picked the name.
Okay.
She's like, Cortez
All right,
sounds
fair.
good.
Fair. No, it does. It
Yeah.
does. The ladies love your name. So, it's okay. It's okay. No, but I don't know. Maybe it's just, I don't know. It could be a cultural thing too. I mean, sometimes within some older generations of the culture, they might get offended for something like that. If you don't even have a little bit of roots. Because remember, within the Latino culture, you have indigenous roots, you have African roots. They're all melded into one culture. So by me saying that, you have the middle name Cortez, as you mentioned, to me, I feel as if that's fine. It's kind of justified because of the mixture that we are all a part of. But seeing, and I'm taking this to a really edgy situation, but seeing that if you're more in the Eurocentric concept, to use a supposed Spanish version of an Eurocentric name, to me seems kind of like blasphemous, kind of just wrong. You know, it just seems disingenuous to me. I mean, I don't know. GPS, am I just wrong for this?
Look, everybody's looking for something new.
Mm-hmm.
You know, first it was the most Afrocentric name you could find, then it was the most unusual name you could find.
Apple.
Now we're flipping it back the other way. You know, hopefully, I guess they're trying to identify with Black Lives Matter, so when they go to school, their kids don't get beat up. I mean, you know.
It's just weird, man.
People
Like,
are doing what they're doing.
I mean, it's weird. It's like my name, Chad. My first name is Chad.
Yeah.
And, you know, back then, when I used to go to places, people used to be like, all right, Chad. And they were looking for a white guy. We're looking for no black. They're looking for a white guy. And I was like, man, this name actually has some advantages because I think my name opened up a lot of doors, man, because of the simple fact. People like, okay, they felt comfortable because Chad is considered white, but not anymore. Now everybody's named Chad now.
Well, at the same time, you were named after a famous Hollywood actor too.
That's true. That opened a lot of doors up.
Yes,
So it was like, you know,
you're Hollywood royalty, sir.
I wish. I wish, but I mean, it just opens. I think, as Marsh is saying, so people are going to do what they want to do. They're not too concerned about whether it offends other people or not.
Okay.
You know, and I'm not sure what the intentions of them naming this child. You know, do they have? I guess the question I have: do they have a family member that I guess they were trying to name after, as you mentioned earlier, or
name from? I believe it was a combination of a mother and grandmother name, but they just flipped it to what they believed was the Spanish equivalent of it. So I mean, that's like. I don't know. I mean, to me, I would say if I were to come up with a name like you mentioned, there was a student of yours that had a name of Shaniqua, right?
Yeah.
To me, I mean, I would be like, what? You know, that's pretty surprising to me. But I mean, is that just old school thinking? Saying that it's surprising, and does that make me in a wrong for saying that? So I mean, I'm at least man enough to say, like, maybe I'm looking at this through the wrong lens. Maybe I haven't grown with the sign of the times of new names. I mean, I'm not going to say my next child's naming Abubakar or something like that, but I mean, it's
like Tamika, for example, man. I got white students named Tamika, you know, and Tamika was considered a black name at one point, man. And it's spelled the exact same way, and you know, it's just I think we are starting to become more accepting. I think that we're starting to become more accepting, more tolerable of names at this point.
As long as it's not named after a fruit or a vegetable.